Hey guys, DanHeilman here. We are back with another Awaken Chaos Era video. Today I am finally doing a tier list. I get about 20 people message me every single day asking me to create a tier list. So this will be my tier list 1.0. I do not have all the units on the tier list because I'm not familiar with some of them. So I'm not just going to randomly guess their tier and throw them on there. So yeah, I have this on my Ace spreadsheet that will be in the description. It is always in the description of all of my videos. There's lots of good stuff in that list here. So let me move myself out of the way here and let's talk about what's going on. This is just a general PvE tier list. So this is generally in all dungeons, in Mythic, all of that. All right, so I have 4 tiers on here. I have SS tier, S tier, A tier, and B, and I guess I got C tier down here with Desmond. Okay, so SS tier, Zatlux is in my SS tier. He is a budget unit. He's free to play friendly. You get him from Covenant Quest. He is a great wave clearer. He only needs 70% crit rate. He resets his ult on kill. An amazing unit. He will carry you in the beginning game, mid game, and even used late game when you're doing dungeons. He's a great wave clearer. The next unit is Gangello. Gangello unlocks being able to use poison teams for a lot of the content. He is a legendary, obviously he's hard to get, but he doubles all poison damage. So he's very strong with any poisoners. Great unit. Santis, #1 poisoner in the game. She puts down double or triple the amount of poisons that Gangello does. So she is also in the SS tier. Santis, even by herself, can be a damage dealer, even with no Gangello or no other poisoners. So she can be used in Ashe and Queen and other dungeons by herself. So Santis, great unit. William, he is the other person in my SS tier. He's a great unit. He's a support unit. He has decreased defense. He puts up counterattack and increased defense, which I don't have here. And he also puts up counterattack, which, you know, every time you're hit, when you're hit one time, you will counterattack. So very cool there. Okay, let's move on to S tier. Evelyn First Dawn. She's gone down on the tier list. She was nerfed a considerable amount since closed beta test 5. Now she gives increased defense instead of increased attack. So it's not quite as good, but still useful. But her main thing is giving extra turns to everyone. So her ultimate gives an extra turn to every unit besides herself. Very cool. She puts the big decreased defense down. She also removes buffs from enemies. So great unit. In the beginning, I didn't really know where to use it, but now I use her in Gemini Dragon. I use her in Tulpa, and I use her in Bounties. So pretty useful unit. Obviously, she's a light legendary, so she's extremely hard to get. All right, let's move on. Hakrin, support unit. One of the best support units in the entire game. He basically has an aura that gives 20% of his defense to everyone on the team. So that's super strong. You build him with, you know, whatever, 3,000, and you got 600 defense to everyone in your team. So very strong unit. He also increases max HP and has a taunt as well. So Hakrin, one of the best supports in the game. Connor, another great support unit. He has shield, attack up, heals, and he is an elite unit, a blue unit. So he's easy to build. I would recommend everyone build a Connor, especially in the early game. If you don't have someone like Blackhorn, Connor is great. Probably the best elite in the game if I had to guess there. Okay, next one is Nathalia. She's a damage dealer. She's kind of required for Ashe Magisteria. Build her in a shield set, and she'll have herself a buff, and she'll AoE instead of single target. She hits extremely hard. She's an epic, so she's easy to build and easy to skill up. Great unit. Almost every single Ashe Magisteria 12 team uses Nathalia, so very strong unit. Ciara is another very strong damage dealer. Another blue unit. She is a legendary. She hits really hard on her ultimate, single target, but she also has a proc when any enemy goes below 50%. She does AoE damage. She also has increased damage debuff. Great unit. Yeah, not much to say about her. Blackhorn, one of the best healers. He got nerfed coming into soft launch, and then he got buffed again. Now he cleanses. He does heal over time. He has decreased attack. He has multiple heals. Great unit. Really good for Ashe Magisteria and anywhere you need to cleanse debuffs. Yeah, that's it. Okay, another S tier, Corrupt Aurak. He could probably A tier, but I put him in S tier. He's really hard to get, but he's very easy to build. You just build him very tanky, and he does a lot of damage. He just does damage over time every turn based on his max HP. So he can definitely be a carry, especially early game. If you just build him with a crazy amount of HP and some defense, he is basically unkillable and really good. He's really good in PvP content, but he is pretty solid in PvE as well. Okay, you'll see my A tier is a huge list of units here. I don't know that I want to go, maybe I'll just go through very quickly all of them. Yeah, let's just go through real quick on all these here. Aurak, damage based on max HP. He also has decreased defense, has AoE in a proc, great damage dealer, especially for Tulpa. Joseph, he's a buffer. He removes debuffs on your team. He has increased attack and increased defense and gives people extra turns. He's a great support unit. Great for Ash Magisteria. Zachary, he is an elite damage dealer. He's a good wave clearer. He procs every time he kills and does AoE damage. He's a fire unit, easy to build, and decent unit. Abaddon, he's a damage dealer. He's amazing in Guild Boss, especially when you have poisons. His ult does more damage depending on how many debuffs on the target. So very cool. He's a dark legendary, so he's hard to get. Balberith is a good damage dealer. He's a fire unit. He's extremely slow, so he's a little bit harder to build, but he has a 280% damage multiplier on his ultimate, so he hits extremely hard. Myla/Mara, she's a freeze champion. You really want her 5-star ascended if you want to make use of her freeze because it goes up to a higher percentage chance, but great unit there. Cyrus, solid damage dealer, brings her own increased attack, but also has immunity and some other... she's also extremely fast, so you can build her in attack boots, and she's easy to get fast. Great unit. Damage multipliers aren't crazy, but the rest of her kit makes her pretty insane with the immune to damage, the defense, penetration, and the crazy high speed. The Asia, she's a healer and the only resurrector in the game. She also has shields. I don't have much experience with her, but I know she's a decent healer, and she's the only resurrector. Antinua is a green damage unit, single target only, has an ultimate that hits pretty hard. Yeah. Mary is a elite unit. She has unkillable, extra turn, good unit, especially for PvP, but she has some niche uses in bosses. Hydrisia used to be S tier, used to be amazing. Now she's kind of slow and doesn't proc her AoE as much and doesn't do as much damage. She's a good wave clearer, but she's extremely, extremely slow. She's hard to build, and you know, since you're banking on decreased speed with her speed changes, she kind of sucks. Andre, good damage dealer. Has a self cleanse, can't use it anymore in Ash Magisteria, but he's a single target hard damage dealer, blue unit. Brand, legendary, red unit. He has a shield, he has increased defense, he has counter attacks, he's a good support unit, solid legendary. Avira, damage dealer, she's a legendary green unit. Yeah, she does good AoE damage and single target damage. Gajar is a poison exploder, he's an epic. Great unit. He is used to explode poisons and basically use all the ticks and poison in one turn. Marion Shadowblood. She's a dark elite unit. She does damage. She has joint attacks. She does true damage based on max HP. She's a great unit. A lot of people use her for Ash Magisteria. Cool unit there. Once you get her 2-star ascended, she scales her joint attack chance with speed. Windex, she's a speed and alt resetter. She is really good in PvP. She's top tier. PvE content, she's used if you're too slow on your units, you can use her to increase your speed. She also increased attack, and she also resets ultimate. So very cool unit for PvE as well. Asrina, damage dealer, places ignite stacks. Actually a solid damage dealer. So yeah, just a red unit. Great for Tulpa and some other stuff. Has some AoE on her A2. Zitlin is a guild boss specialist. He's a good support unit. He puts up curse that makes everyone take double damage for the duration, and then it procs it at the end. Also has a precision debuff. Also has a shield and heal. So decent support unit. Really good for guild boss. Rickard, he does AoE true damage. Build him with max HP. He's very tanky. He's a solid damage dealer. And since he's so tanky, he's really good like in a revival set. He can be pretty beast. Hector, he's a damage dealer. He puts damage up, and he has increased damage debuff. Cool unit, really good for Talpa. He's a fire unit, so good there. Valeria, AoE fire damage. She also has decreased defense. She's a great wave clearer. again, for Tulpa or any general content. Tia, she is a legendary. She's known for Frostbite, which is a slow and frozen. Once the Frostbite stacks get up, they become frozen. She has an AoE ultimate, and she's good for CC. Lydia, she's a bruiser type unit. She's very tanky and does decent damage. She has an accuracy down debuff. Molhex is another bruiser. He does decent damage, but is also very tanky. He's got really high base HP. He puts attack up, and he has decreased defense. Savannah is a green damage dealer. She has really weird cooldowns. They start fully cooled down, and by the time she gets to the boss, she uses her ultimate that has an extremely crazy damage multiplier. I don't have much experience with her, but I know a couple people use her and think she's a pretty solid unit. I won't go through B tier and C tier. If they're in B tier, that means they have some use case, but aren't super common. You know, like Valak is a poisoner. He's an elite poisoner. Hulins is used for like heal block. Raven's another poisoner. Hughes, like decreased speed. Kane's decreased defense. Harbag is weird and doesn't do much. And okay, that's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to go through version 1.0 of my tier list. I will be updating this as time goes on, as I get more familiar with these units, and as I think they go up and down. I will make new tier lists as time goes on. It's still pretty early. That's why not all the units are on here, and some, you know, take with a grain of salt, but I just wanted to make a tier list because I've had so many people request a tier list. So here is tier list 1.0. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go down there, smash a like button, sub to the channel if you're not already, and have a great day, everyone. See you guys.